probably a good idea. Oh, right. Here we go. Oh, you know what? You can have like one of these. Norms have reshaped these women's perceptions of reality. Right. The female liberalism has never prevailed like it has today. It has nurtured a level of delusion that is harmful. Feminism might have created a new psychosis. Oh, it definitely has. And it's a mass psychosis is what it is, because it's the perception. It's the imagery. My bad. It's the imagery. So getting back to that other point, like, oh, when I say average women don't want to have anything to do with average men, because there's this belief that they are entitled to an above average guy. That's just, by the way, that's not me pulling that out of my ass. It's perception, but it's also a basic fundamental tenet of hypergamy. Hypergamy doesn't want a lateral move. Hypergamy wants a better than deserved option. Or to believe that they are with a better than deserved option. It's the bigger and better deal, right? You don't actually have to be the bigger and better deal. She just has to believe in the perception that you are a bigger and better deal. That's why game works. That's why guys who fake it till they make it. That's why it works. That's why Tinder swindler works. That's why hybristophilia works. That's why when women want they fuck the musician, they fuck the rock band drummer, right? They're the bass player. That's because the perception is that you're a higher value than you actually are, and it's never been easier to do that than in the age of social media. Women don't fall in love with a guy. They fall initially, anyways. They fall in love with your Instagram page. Instagram is funnel marketing for women, essentially. If we're talking about if everyone is a brand, if everyone is a brand of me, then Instagram is funnel marketing. And what's funny is when men use it as funnel marketing, we're shamed for it. A real man wouldn't do that, but a real woman sure the fuck would. You know, a real woman will definitely use Instagram to increase her chances of landing a better than deserved in imbalance, let's just say, in sexual market value. It's what I've called the sexual market value ratio scales, right? A one click better than deserved. They're not looking for a lateral move, and if they do have a lateral move, then that guy better bring some sort of value to the relationship. If a woman is a 6 and a guy is a 6, and it's understood perceptually, maybe without the unspoken understanding between the two of them. If he's a 6 and she's a 6, she thinks she deserves a 7, but that guy better bring something else to the table so they can say, look, I know I'm a 6, but I've got a great job. I know I'm a 6, but I'm in rock band. I know I'm a 6, but I'm also, I've also got some value added that I bring to the table that kind of pushes me up a little bit, makes me a 6.5, right? And you better be able to maintain that for as long as possible. That's the guy that's working on his relationship. That's the dude. He's the 6. She's the 6. He's like, well, I'm working on my relationship. What does that mean? It means I'm trying to become a 7 so I can keep this bitch happy. That's working on your issues. That's going to therapy. That's getting a better job. That's working on that's trying to meet her needs. That's being a better listener. That's whatever value added it is, because you're a 6 and she's a 6. If you're a 6 and she's a 6 and it's that lateral move, you better be working on your relationship so that you can be a 6.5. That's what it comes down to. But it's, again, this is actually a really good super chat here. Because let me see if I can explain this in a better term, because this happened. The second example, the second illustration is there was a time, and I always I brought this up with Fresh too on the last time I was on Fresh and Fit, but there was this time where, and Destiny I think was on the show, and Destiny asked them, said, what percentage of women are getting flown out to yacht parties, or going out to meet the NBA player, or going out to see Drake? What percentage of those guys, or those women, college co-eds, are getting like this invite? And of course, like, and bless his heart, Fresh said something like 30%. I'm like, Jesus Christ, 30% of like college age women are getting flued out to yacht parties. No, they're not. A very small fraction of a percentage of women are actually enjoying that. But that's not the point. The point is that when women on OnlyFans, or when women on Instagram or on social media see this one girl gets flown out to go meet Drake or to go out to this party or to go out to a yacht party or wherever she's getting flued out to by a celebrity of some sorts, that sets the new perception and the new standard. Well, if that fat bitch can get that invite to be flued out, I certainly can. So I'm going to hold out until Drake or some, functional equivalent of a celebrity flies me out. That increases or inflates that ego, that understand, like, here's my I'm actually a 6, but because I believe that this bitch can get flown out by Drake, now that makes me a 7. Now that makes me an 8. That makes me a 9, whatever it is. And of course, it's just reinforced over and over again, so that the perception of a woman's sexual market value becomes overinflated by perception online, when in reality, and I would agree with this, in reality, there's the same chick you see walking through the airport who's fat as fuck, and you would never want to have anything to do with her. But that the mental perception is she's not a 6, she's actually an 8, because she's at least as good looking as the girl that got flown out by Drake. It's not the actuality of it, it's the perception of it. So